Nikki Nacks Designs, Nikki Nacks Designs. Oh my. She's got 99 problems, but a stitch ain't one. She's got 99 problems, but a stitch ain't one. One.
Hey, this is Nikki from Nikki Nacks Designs. Today I'm going to show you how I took a room in our basement that was only partially finished and I turned it into a Dungeons and Dragons gaming room for my son. So without further ado, let's get started. As I've mentioned in previous videos, my younger son is completely obsessed with Dungeons and Dragons. Every Friday night he runs full campaigns and completely takes over the main level of our house. So I took this underutilized room and decided to transform it into a gaming space. My first step was painting the raw drywall a rich forest green. Next, I painted a slightly darker green using a textured roller I bought on Amazon, adding depth and a pattern to give the walls more character and that moody dungeon-inspired feel. I then covered the remaining walls and ceiling with plastic sheeting, securing it in place with a staple gun. Using a sheet of garage door insulation, I began designing a faux stone wall panel to bring in that dungeon-style texture and dimension. Once it was cut to the proper size, I removed the silver protective cover to expose the foam and start carving in the stone detail. With the help of my cat Tugger, I drew out the stone design, mapping out the pattern before carving it in. I use my Dremel Versatip to burn in the rock lines. Be sure to work in a well-ventilated area because the melting foam fumes can be intense. I then use this very fancy texturing tool, pressing it into the foam to create natural-looking stone texture and imperfections. Eventually, I recruited my son to help with the process. Next, I painted everything gray with a base coat, creating a solid foundation for layering. A quick note for the cutting process. Make sure to carve in the edges as well. Breaking up those straight lines helps create a more natural, realistic rock look. I made a color wash using black acrylic paint and water. I brushed a layer over the lighter gray, then dabbed it off with a paper towel. The wash settled into the recessed area, instantly adding depth and making the stone texture stand out. Then I used the dry brush technique to highlight the rock, lightly sweeping a small amount of paint across the raised edges to bring out the texture and add dimension. Making sure to dab off as much excess paint as possible so it goes on very light and only catches the raised edges for a natural stone effect. I spray painted an old white chandelier with black Rust-Oleum matte hammered spray paint to give it a darker aged metal look. Later, I added black chains to enhance the moody, dungeon-inspired look and give it a heavier, more authentic feel. I found this amazing piece of furniture at Goodwill for just $30. Luckily, it had already been painted with a low sheen finish, so I skipped sanding and went straight to painting it purple. Then added black airbrush shadow to elevate the look. The nice cashier even threw in a matching chest for free. Using inexpensive cushion covers I bought on Amazon, I elevated the look of the existing chairs and tied them into the overall theme. I wrapped up the project with some amazing thrift finds, adding rugs and decor to the shelves and walls, along with a few new pieces to pull the whole look together. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe so you'll be notified when new videos are posted.